here, record there. Episode 5 of Takopi. Yeah, I'll press this play button. We'll go jump right into it. It was trending. I think it's gonna be trending all the time. It's just one of those animes that has the entire community by its throat.
By its throat,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also a testament that you don't need 1,000 episodes to tell a series.
It's a short story. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a short story.
Who was that?
Her mom. In her regular clothes. Like, she didn't even change or nothing. I mean, that happens. That happens. So I'm not gonna shit on her mom for that, because you know, sometimes you fall asleep in your clothes. Her mom has other things I'm gonna call her out on. Oh, that made my heart soar in a weird way. That moment that she feels the freedom.
She literally said, "I'm a dip for Tokyo." Now, just saying that if Azuma or was in jail, she really just up and left this man. But yeah, you know how happy this is. I have a bad feeling that when if she actually meets her dad, it's gonna be bad.
My heart is already breaking. This false sense of freedom is breaking my fucking heart. I mean, no, it's not a false sense because she actually does it, but it's what. Yeah, I'll talk about it later. Oh my god.
Nah, it's too happy. I'm expecting depression. I know this series too well already. How heartbroken is it gonna be is the question. Oh. 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 Two. Oh no. No. And Chappie is not there. It just went from bad to worse. Oh my god. It is so over.
He's just gonna leave her out there like that?
Oh my god. She's thinking about killing her. Oh man.
Yo, and he just leaves her like that? Fuck him. Fuck that. Fuck that. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone.
Oh man. Takopi, it's over, bro.
She's broken. She's broken.
What home? What home, Takopi?
What old self? This is part of that.
Yeah. It's over, bro.
She's dead. She's dead inside. Yep.
Huh? That's Marina.
So I'm guessing your theory might be right?
Your sin. Oh, wait a second. Oh my fucking god. And that's a much older Marina. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I said it was gonna be like Attack on Titan. Damn, what the hell? That's a gnarly scar.
Oh, this is a whole different school and everything.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo.
Okay, it really does seem though that this girl is abusive in both timelines or aggressive in this manner.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Her mom most likely gave her those scars.
Does this seem like she's a little older?
Yeah, Marina is older. Yeah. This man did not just say it's so lively. The glass is why she has the scar. Yeah. I'm sure those words hurt. Is that Azuma? Yeah.
So they are older. Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're older?
They're way
Okay.
older. Yeah. I have a feeling this is gonna end with Shizuka somewhere. COVID.
Oh, can you rewind it and then pause it so we can read it?
Yeah. I need you to talk to her. She needs to stop avoiding the divorce mediation. I reached my limit. Just want to move on and start a new life. She needs to realize that I deserve a chance to rebuild my life.
Why are you putting that on your daughter? That's not your daughter's responsibility. I fucking hate these adults. I hate any universe. I hope all these adults fucking burn in hell.
It has to be Shizuka. It has to be Shizuka. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Who tried to kill herself, though. The rope broke. His eyes with the hearts in it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's fucked up.
I mean, he rejected her in the end, went back to Shizuka. He's not coming. Marina's dead. She killed her mother? So he went back in time to kill Shizuka. And this is why he can't go back to his world. And then she kills herself. Oh wow. And this is why using those gadgets. Oh. Oh wow. Crazy. Learned behavior. The censor of Marina's name. And then you kill the person that you were supposed to make happy.
It's not even her fault. It's not even Shizuka's fault. Oh my god, this is upsetting me so bad.
You know, it's Azuma that finds him. How far in back did they go? All right.
Great. Now I'm a little confused there by that ending, but
yeah, how far? It's like how far back in time did he go? Yeah, a lot to unpack. But I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it that this once I saw that title that this was gonna be something similar to Attack on Titan, and some time skip shit, and yeah, I mean. In the future of 2022, which is post-COVID, which they made note of, it was originally Takopi seeing Marina and wanted to comfort her, which led to him going back in time the first time around to 2016 to try to kill Shizuka, but because his memory was wiped and Shizuka was the first person to be nice to him, and offer him food, you know, he just went along with trying to make Shizuka happy. As we can see in the timeline when Takopi wasn't involved at all, at least in 2022, Shizuka, they said she had a rough life. She attempted suicide, but the rope broke. And that was twofold. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a mind of that, and I think Marina was still bullying her. Because Marina straight up says to her mother, I should have killed her in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
So I think Marina was still bullying Shizuka.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where Shizuka, like day 1, tried to kill herself, or at least in the beginning of this year, she succeeded. In this timeline, she didn't. And they sent her away to get better.
Yeah. The rope being the ribbon that Takopi had, that ribbon was strong enough for, well, we know that ribbon has, you know, supernatural properties, so that's why that she was successful in killing herself in the
episode 1, yeah.
In episode 1. But if she used a regular rope, she wouldn't have killed herself, or she attempted, but it would have failed. And you know, after that, you know, the leaving of school afterwards and whatnot, you would probably believe that she left school. Mom probably already took her and whatnot. And then fast
or her
forward,
mom might have gotten arrested, because if they're saying that she has no family and that she came back, it's possible her mom got arrested for negligence.
negligence.
But yeah, we won't know. Yeah. There's no answer. She just says that she has no one.
Yeah. So there's that. You know, the whole thing with Azuma, look, relationships complicated. shit like that happens a lot. You know, it's fucked, but it's not like, you know, if it hasn't happened to you before, or you've been in a situation like that, it's one of those things. It is what it is. Like, especially in high school, relationships are so fickle, and they can fall apart for like any like reason, that period. But if man's first love comes back after being gone for so long, it literally was, all right, well, he could either cheat on Marina, you know, being a douchebag, or he just tells her straight up that, look, so yeah, not coming. There's another girl who I obviously like more than you, and she's back, and I want to be there for her, and that's it. GG's. I, you know, like I know I saw online people had problems with that relationship wise. I'm just like, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's, like, that's the most adult thing that so far have been done in the series, that I can like pinpoint at the moment. Because like obviously there's so much other scumbag stuff that's gone on. Like the most humanly thing that has been done was him saying, look, I like this other girl, and so we're gonna end things. um and it's literally just at that point, of course, Marina's circumstances is like, damn, I had Azuma, things were working out, but the Shizuka girl comes back and fucking ruins my life again. You know, she ruined my life in quotation marks because her mom stole my dad. um and everything fell apart, you know, and things were just, it looks like, you know, things were just coming back around, just escaping, like, you know, things were looking up for her. But you know, with the scars her mom gave her, you know, that it already was having other people, you could see people, you could make inferences that people were bullying Marina, and
or at least at the most part avoiding her because they were
yeah,
scared. So
between
not,
that and making fun of her,
yeah,
right? You know,
yeah.
so you could see that that was going on. And this was her living through, you know, more karma at this point, right? If we're gonna say that she continued to bully Shizuka to the point that she left school. And then it looks like everything was finally coming together with Azuma. Then Shizuka comes back. Azuma obviously goes to Shizuka, and Marina and her mom have this big fight. And you can see that Marina killed her mom, out of self-defense, you know, and then most likely killed herself. And says that, you know what, if I would have killed Shizuka back in the 4th grade, then I wonder how would life be, you know, type of deal. Um, Going to Shizuka's side of things and whatnot, obviously Shizuka killed Takopi. Like that much is for sure. She killed Takopi. She was at this point, she was done with it. You know, maybe Shizuka also tried to kill her. I mean, I would not put it past her at this point, trying to kill her half brothers and sisters. If Shizuka is in fact, even if, all right, you know what, I was thinking about this and I was wondering if I should just like wait to say it, but at the end of the episode, and given what you know, Shizuka's mom, all right, so they got divorced, right? And there's many of reasons why divorces can happen, right? And especially like in Shizuka mom's case and whatnot. And you know, someone like either in one of our comment section or I probably saw it online as well, also asked the question, like, you know, is Shizuka's dad even her real dad, right? And I think given the context,
I think he is.
I think he
They
is.
all kind of looked alike. At
Yeah.
least I think her and her little sister had the same eyes.
Yeah, because like that was one like those, but I think it's fair given the context of the series to have questions about that, right? And if that's not the case, right? Let's say that Shizuka's dad, what you call it, isn't Shizuka's real father, right? Well, that could be a reason for divorce, because why other than why would, you know, we already know, like, divorce laws around the world, regardless, the mother is going to be the benefactor of receiving the child to begin with, right? But then it's also the dog Chappie that gets involved into it, and just, you know, like, because like that's what people are making like guesses
All right,
about.
so let me clear this up for everyone.
Mhm.
It's very simple.
What?
That's her dad. That's 100% her dad.
You can't say
And
100% her
oh well,
dad.
and 99. And this is why.
Yeah.
I'm a child of divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. My parents weren't married, but I'm a child of divorce.
Yeah.
I'm also a child who was left with her siblings and her mother in very bad circumstances. Very bad circumstances. I don't want to say it's on the line of Shizuka because I got bullied for other reasons, not because of who my mother was. I got a little bit for who my father was, but like that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other racial thing. The thing with the dad in the beginning of it, whether they were really married or not, it's possible that her mom was just like, yeah, we got divorced, he's gone. He is what it is what it is. It's that thing of when you are reunited or somehow come to cross paths again with your father, and they have a whole nother life. And then it's the realization of they started this beautiful, healthy, clean life, and completely ignored you, completely abandoned you. He's her father because he answers the door like, Shizuka, what are you doing here? Now, whether he's her biological father, that's a different story.
That's what
But
that's what I was gonna
he,
say before. Like that's what I was gonna
yeah,
finish up in saying that. Like, so let me just finish this thought before you continue,
okay.
because I wanted to get this across. Whether or not he's the biological dad can play into the reason why the divorce happened, especially because Shizuka's mom has been escorting while we already know she was with the dad and whatnot. So that can be a reason why it would be like, well, Shizuka's not my child anymore, right? And there's a lot of dads and a lot of parents that are like that, regardless in the real world. So bringing that to the forefront, it's like, all right, I'm just looking at, all right, what are reasons why this divorce could have happened, and then going off to be like, all right, well, he was the father in the beginning, but then it's like, okay, if Shizuka's not my biological, this will let me.
But I feel like they're drawn alike, though.
I know they are drawn alike, but there's also like typical tendencies, like in characters, they have the same hair color, like in Japan, especially.
No, I felt like in the eyes and just in the face, and that's why I commented that the little sister has the same eyes as her.
Similar, yeah, but that's why I just want to get this point across. Like, even if she's not the biological dad for Shizuka, I'm only calling to attention reasons why this divorce happened. And for Shizuka, of course, she's not going to know about whether this is her biological dad or not. But I'm calling into question, okay, for reasons why this divorce happened, right? Obviously, the writer and the creator has been calling attention towards Shizuka's mom being like this, and so it's like that. This is why it became a point of like of reference and like so far in the community. All right, well, if that's not Shizuka's biological dad, and she's like, hey, I want to open up their insides to see if they killed Chappie and whatnot, or if they ate Chappie, Shizuka's already so far gone, right? So until I mean,
wait,
yeah.
Wait, but what does one have to do with the other?
Because
Yeah,
if she's not the biological, like if that's not her biological dad, then she's just killing people who are not related to her.
I mean, but either way, she's still, if that does that, it doesn't matter if they're related or not. She's still killing someone. I think, like,
but it is more of a fucked up situation, killing strangers versus killing family members. Understand? Like that's where even more.
Yes. I mean, all in all, though, I feel like they're strangers anyway to her because it's not like she grew up with them.
But even so, that it's like, all right, you're either killing your half brother and sister, right, or you're killing, someone that's not your family members. There's different crimes of passion, right? We know this is in law. This is what it comes down to, and yes, they are completely different things. And I'm getting.
I mean, I know. With legalese, it is different, but in the structure of the storytelling, they're still strangers to her no matter what. I guess for some people, it's the impact of it. For me, I kind of see it as they're strangers to her regardless, whether it's a lie of family or actual family. It's still this girl so broken that now she can't see. There is no reason. There is no. So, I mean, it's the thought process. It's not even like it's the coping of these people ate my dog. How does that make sense to anyone, right? But to me it's like they're strangers to her anyway. So
for me it's going to be the impact, whether they are family members or not. Like to me it changes the impact. like this in the story does change dramatically for me if we find out that Shizuka's dad is not really her biological dad. It just goes on to just even more like harsher griefing it overall. Because
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
yeah,
that.
because then it's like, you know, and if Shizuka's, like, for instance, if Shizuka's dad is not her biological dad, then because right now everyone's trying to figure out what's the reason behind the divorce, right? And this is why it was thrown out there. Well, what if that's not actually Shizuka's real biological father? And then it
Of
goes into a
all
question. Yeah,
of all the things
yeah,
this episode for people to discuss,
yeah,
I'm like, to me, that's the bottom of the list. There's so much else going on
yeah.
with
Well,
the story that, like,
I mean, but I don't. I mean, for me, that would be at the top of the list because then I'm gonna also wonder. All right, well, if that's the case, then who's Shizuka's real father,
but why
and
does that matter?
why? Well, why would it not matter? That's that's the counter argument because
I
we
mean, I
go.
guess
Yeah.
it's like, because if it's not her bio dad, it's not like her bio dad was there to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the guy who started raising her, in her eyes, is her father.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her father. That's
Well,
you know,
I
I
mean, yeah,
guess.
I guess this is more nuanced because, like, all right, if a person, because all right, looking at it like this, right? In the way I see it, especially when these relationship stuff happen, this is why I put credence on it, right?
Mm.
If you have a child with another woman, right, and in this relationship, you all of a sudden, you know, like your wife is doing escorting, and then you call in the question, all right, well, is this actually my child? And then the DNA test results show that this is not your biological child. That is going to have a very drastic response,
Sure.
right? And I feel everybody can respond how they want to in regards to that, right?
Sure.
So that would be a reason for the divorce, right? In the divorce, obviously, she keeps Shizuka and she keeps Chappie, the dog, right? So then he goes off and builds another life for himself. This information is never, of course, explained to Shizuka. She's not in a position to receive this information because her mom literally just continues on to the next person, right? But at the end of the day, this is how her mom is putting food on the table, or lack thereof, as we've seen. Like the house is still a mess, right? So it's like, regardless of that, like these are just choices that are just being made, and we're just being shown that Shizuka mom just doesn't care at all. It's like, why
I
even
mean,
have children,
yeah.
right? Why even have
Right.
children to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And so bringing that up, it's like, okay, well, now that Shizuka mom, all right, because like looking at the onus of people are trying to place like where is the original sin, right? And who does the sin come to? Because it's like, all right, we start with Marina's dad, right? Like Marina's dad gets brought into, someone brought, all right, I didn't bring this up, but I know this is a discourse like that people are just like, oh, look at the time frames of Marina and this girl are around the same ages and whatnot, and people are trying to. I don't believe the whole thing about Marina's dad possibly being Shizuka's real dad is a thing, even though they have similarities between them. I
Yeah,
think
no,
that
I don't.
I don't believe
No,
that
no,
way.
no. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
that
Yeah,
one
that one. I think truly
is out
Marina's
there.
dad is Marina's dad.
Yeah,
Suzuka's. Yeah, they.
yeah,
Yeah,
there,
they don't
yeah.
have the same. It's what's happening within a
That is,
a small community that's causing the problems between everyone.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
there.
it's,
Yeah, that's definitely not.
yeah, like that one was wild, but like it's like, all right, where does the original sin take place, right? That causes the chain of events to happen. And the biggest one, I say the biggest indicator is going to be, well, if you would say the divorce of Marina, of the divorce of Shizuka's mom and her dad, eventually gets Shizuka's mom to take on a client, which is going to be Marina's dad. I mean, Marina's dad, right? So I guess that the original sin would be where the divorce happens, and then that gets us into the next point where um, Shizuka's mom meets with Marina's dad. Marina's dad is now removed from Marina's life. Marina's mom starts to abuse Marina. Marina, in return, starts to abuse Shizuka. Azuma, who is basically student council person, that's like a bystander to both of them, sees both of this going on. That's how he gets involved into it. And this thing goes on for a while. Then Shizuka now tries to attempt to commit suicide, that fails, right? The question also is like in why I bring attention to that is because Chappie still has to be alive in this timeline at least for Shizuka to still be in 2022. As what we've seen so far is that she's as long as Chappie's alive, Shizuka's gonna try to be alive.
Yeah,
But
I think
yeah,
Chappie doesn't meet Marina until Marina's in not middle school,
mhm,
instead of in middle school where his first journey
yeah,
ends up
yeah,
after
yeah,
Topoki's first
yeah,
journey in this first timeline is after Marina has bullied Shizuka, after
mhm,
Shizuka has tried to kill herself. Shizuka's gone,
yeah,
so Topoki is there for none of that.
yeah.
His first mission is when I'm guessing it's high school. I don't know what
It
grade she's in.
I wanna guess
Maybe eighth grade,
high
ninth.
school. Like yeah, it looks high school.
Let's say eighth grade.
Yeah,
So his first
because
journey he meets
Julia
Marina,
was in
let's say
high
in
school,
the
so
yeah
yeah,
in eighth grade.
yeah,
And then he only knows of Marina in that timeline.
hmm,
He only sees Shizuka when Shizuka comes back, so he has no idea who this girl is
yeah,
until he accidentally meets her first by jumping back in. So
yeah. To 2016. Yeah,
it's all about time, situation, and wrong place, wrong time kind of thing.
yeah,
So in high school, Marina sees him first. In middle school, Shizuka sees him first.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
kind of
elementary
thing.
school, elementary
Or
school. Yeah,
okay, yeah, I don't
yeah, yeah.
school.
Because like
School.
I
They're
think
kids.
if they're going to fix anything in this, like, because I like I said, like now the grand play that I said before is in play, where I don't see this resolving without Takopi actually dying. Now that we know he can die, or it just seems when he dies, it's like ReZero get reset back. Like Takopi can't exist in this timeline, for them to have any happiness. And the only way to like fix this timeline, I think, is to make sure that Shizuka's parents don't get divorced. Um, like,
Kill her parents first.
but no, if you kill her parents, then Shizuka's gonna still die, and yeah, yeah. So we need a timeline.
Unless they send Marino away. I mean,
Yeah,
like
no, like,
in my head, I'm like, kill Marina's parents first, send the bitch away to get better, and then have her come back,
yeah.
and then everyone lives happily ever after.
Nah, in order for like like for that opening for Marina and Shizuka to be holding hands and whatnot, it's like
The parents have to die.
Like
Sorry.
they don't have to die. They just don't have to get the Marina's like Shizuka's parents don't have to get the if they don't get divorced. Then yeah,
But the thing is, they weren't divorced in the first
they were
line, right? They weren't Marina's
yeah.
parents. No, they were
No,
still
no, no, no,
married. They
no.
don't get
She
divorced
no.
until later.
What I'm saying is Shizuka's parents cannot be divorced.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
right.
If Shizuka's parents do
Yeah,
not get
it's
divorced, then
yeah, you gotta kill her
yeah.
mom. Look, and I'm not blaming. I don't want to put the whole onus on
Mhm,
Shizuka's mom, because all as we're
mhm,
seeing, all these adults are making adult decisions.
mhm,
Just the only thing is their adult decisions affect the children. Like you said, learned
mhm.
behavior when Topoki hit his mom.
Yeah.
And Topoki even mentions it too when he's like, "Oh, you want to be a great mother? You're learning from your mom. You're going to be a
Mhm,
great mom because she's rough with you, you're rough with me. So it's all like you said,
mhm.
learn what we been talking
Yeah.
about this whole time. Learn behavior."
Yeah.
Um yeah, I don't want to put the whole onus on Shizuka mom and dad, right? Because
Mhm,
people get divorced as is. The onus is on all the adults, because even if they don't get divorced, right?
mhm,
Let's say they stay together. Um, that's not 100% guaranteed that Shizuka's life would be happy. That's not
mhm,
100% guaranteed that Marina's dad won't cheat on his mom with
mhm.
some other woman. It just happens to be the town escort.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call her a whore because I don't think she's a
Yeah.
whore. And even if she is, hey girl. But like, oh, we support sex work in this house. Sorry, but like, it's all about these adults and the active choices that they're making that
Mhm.
affect the children, and the children are affecting each other.
Yeah.
So like, Shizuka's mom doing her own thing. The choice to have a child, whether it's biologically this man or not, they try to
Mhm,
raise this girl together, and it just didn't work, and they got
mhm.
divorced. Shizuka's mom still like, well, I gotta do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Um, well, it seems like you're old enough. Good luck to you, kid. I'll be home to sleep, and I'll make sure you have bread. That's it. Doing the bare minimum. Shizuka's dad, biological or not. I mean, again, I understand for some people, for some men especially, if it's not my blood, and even if it is my blood, I don't gotta worry about it because I'm gone now, right? But I'm coming at it from the perspective of that is her biological father, right? And the father that started to raise her. He made an active decision to start a new life, which I'm not begrudging him. We all got to move on, right? He made an active decision to move on, start a new life, have new kids, but still neglect his daughter. Still neglect her. It's not like he said. Not that we don't know if he's sending money or not. That hasn't been. I don't know how the laws work in Japan that way.
They have,
I don't know if child support is a thing like that. But he made an active choice to move on with his life while neglecting his daughter. Not to check up on her, nothing. So he's also at fault for how how Shizuka is raised, right? Then we have Marina's mom and dad. Marina's mom and dad, though we're happy, if if a man's gonna cheat, a man's gonna cheat. Whether he fell in love with Shizuka's mom or not, no matter what she promised him in her job, again, if it wasn't Shizuka's mom, it was gonna be some other woman. Because that's just men, right? Men who cheat anyway. Not all men. Not all men cheat, but like people who cheat are gonna cheat, right? Now the breakdown of the family home is because Marina's mom and dad. Marina's mom having a mental breakdown because she's so male-centered. Either that is it's partial societal brainwashing, part low self-esteem, part also going through her own thing and not knowing how to cope appropriately, starts drinking, and then instead of blaming her husband, she blames her daughter and takes the abuse on her daughter, right? So the only difference would have been, let's say in the story, is that maybe Marina wouldn't have bullied Shizuka. She could have been bullying someone else.
Yeah,
Right.
but that would
Because in
fix
this,
the
yeah,
story. That's what I'm saying.
right,
That would fix
yeah,
the story as long as Marina and Shizuka are not at each other.
it would have been some other
Yeah,
girl.
it would
Would
have
have been
been.
some other
Yeah,
girl, or it could
yeah,
have been Shizuka just because she's there and her mom escorts. Right. Oh, your mom sleeps around with men. That means your mom might just be like the woman who stole my daddy away. You know, people bully people for the bare minimum of shit.
yeah,
It doesn't necessarily have to do with any connection. It's like I'm perceiving you as weaker. I'm gonna fuck up your life because I need to expel the evil in my heart and put it on someone else. So, yeah, I think like the onus altogether truly is on the adults in the show. The original sin is the adults. That's where I'm crafting
yeah,
my overall perspective of the show. Because again, even with everyone growing up, none of these adults are taking care of the children, right? None of these adults are taking care of the children. No one's mediating, no one's helping. And then even within the divorce of Marina's parents, they're still putting all the responsibility on Marina. Marina's dad by, hey, you got to talk to her. Bitch, that's not her job. Like, again, I'm not team Marina. I'm team I understand being put in the middle of adult situations or being put in the middle of situations that
yeah,
have stuff to do with me but don't really have anything to do with me. You are the adult. Talk to each other. Oh, I don't want to talk to her because she's crazy. And then you guys need to figure this shit out. It's not Marina's job, but they're all putting the onus on Marina. Just how Shizuka's parents also put the onus on her by neglecting her.
yeah,
Well, I'm not going to give you attention because, you know, you either remind me of this time or because I got other shit to do. I got a new family. Marina's mom and dad is like, well, you're in our line of sight. So we're gonna put it all on you. And we don't get any of Azuma's teen life. Though I'm going to assume something happens with his mom because he does make note that, or Marina makes note that
The
one of them
pancakes.
say that his brother's going to take over the clinic. So
Yeah.
something happens with their mom.
Well, if
Um,
you remember last week's episode, the goal for Kazuma's mom was for Julia to take over the clinic.
right.
That's why she was training him so hard. And it looks like in this timeline, it's the funniest thing in this timeline. It says that Azuma's favorite food is pancakes, so that would also mean that Azuma has pretty much fall in line with and been as good of a student as Julia has been in this timeline. So this is the only timeline truly where Azuma is like, I think, peak happiness.
Yeah.
That's what they're making it seem
Or
like.
or
Because if Julia
he's resigned.
well,
It's kind of like I'm resigned to the life that I live in,
yeah,
kind of thing. It is what it is.
yeah, because he did make note that he's not as as bright as his brother. So there's still like that hesitation in comparison with his brother, but it looks like it's been more accepting of things, especially like because if we're gonna go off of his mom, well, he wouldn't have those terrible grades, like where we're talking about again the worst possible grades because
So
the
it's like
Shizuka
because
thing happened.
Shizuka failed at suicide,
Yeah,
right? And she gets sent away. Azuma stops worrying about her
yeah, and gets
or
better grades.
focusing on her, so he's got nothing else to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And he just continues on his path of uh I gotta appease my mother and I gotta
Mm-hmm.
make her proud kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that you could start to see get thrown a bit disarray when she's back,
Mhm.
because he was like, I didn't, I failed her once before, I don't want to fail her
Mhm.
again.
Mhm.
And Shizuka, um, I think the funnier thing is that how Shizuka like is more open to Azuma.
Mm.
At the end, like I mean, she's laying her head on his shoulder and everything, and it would look as if this is like a relationship, but Shizuka doesn't have like um the well she already lived through the attempted suicide, so it's not much else that probably is gonna shake her like beforehand. She
Mm.
is much older. People are calling her pretty, which is the biggest thing I looked at too.
Mhm.
People are like acknowledging that she's really pretty, but she's lived a rough life and whatnot. Meanwhile, you have people calling Marina ugly, and they're afraid of her. But they also said Marina's also lived, pretty tough or pretty rough, but not as rough as Shizuka. So I think that's one of the biggest difference coming in now, where people are like saying that how beautiful Shizuka looks, and Azuma clearly it was just like, oh,
Mm.
my first love is back. All right, well, I'm
Mm.
not gonna be like the other adults and cheat. I'm just gonna say, hey, look, this was great, but I'm not going to be the person that you want me to be, because there's another person in my heart, and so I'm gonna skedaddle. Could have did it a little
Yeah,
bit
like
better, but I mean,
yeah, I mean I thought so too, but
yeah,
he's also a teenager, and even I know adults can't formulate proper breakups as it is. So I think maybe that's why a lot of people are upset
yeah,
because the concept of, well, he could have said it better. I think you guys
yeah.
need to realize again he is a
He's a teen.
teenager and
Yeah, it's
that's
better
the
than
best he
ghosting.
could. Right, it's better than, like, at least he took the responsibility to be like, yeah, I know you like me, but I like her more, and I
Yeah,
know. And it's also that thing that I brought up last episode where, and you brought it up just now, he couldn't save her, so he's trying to be there and save her again. He's got
yeah,
that savior complex.
yeah,
Like, if no one's gonna be there, if my mom's not gonna be there, I'm gonna be better than that. I'm
hmm,
gonna be better than the people in her life. So I gotta be there for her. He lost that
yeah,
chance. And now he's seeing it as like, oh, she really doesn't have anyone.
yeah.
I gotta be there for, and
Yeah, she also
it
yeah,
can
she failed her
it can
suicide, and he wasn't.
right.
He probably was eating. That was eating him alive.
Right.
Yeah,
And look, that can be good and bad. It really is dependent on how the person
yeah,
works with that mind frame in the relationships around them. Cause like, I think it's very admirable to want to be there for someone that you cared for who is
yeah,
struggling, and that you couldn't be there for them then, so you want to be there now.
yeah,
And I think it's admirable that he's like, she doesn't have any family and we have a connection, and I want to be there for her. Like, I do think that that's very admirable, but
Yeah.
it also comes at a, oh, I've always been in love with her.
I never
Now
did
how,
do
like
anything for her, and
yes, and that can be very dangerous for
yeah.
both of them, right? So, and to me, it's like, I think the audience also needs to put the onus on both Shizuka and Azuma in whatever relationship might come about
Mm-hmm.
in going forward. Um, but yeah, I think a lot of people are forgetting that too. Like, that those emotions also come into play because it's also learned behavior from the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wanted to say, like, the beginning, like I said, it didn't feel right. It broke my heart. I hope Shizuka's father dies, whether he's her biological father or not. But like, it broke my heart because it's like, and I really give it up to the animators and the storyteller for this,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, that sense of freedom she gets, I was like, this is so fucking scary. Like, I feel it just seeing the road ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is rising. She looked too clean. She
Mm-hmm.
looked too clean. She felt too happy. And then when everything comes crashing down, you see that she probably hasn't bathed in days.
Yeah.
Um, she's thin. She's at least emaciated. Her book
Yeah,
bag,
we already know it's
when
in
the curtain
tatters.
drops, is in tatters and is written all over. So for me, like, it's when it's everything cracks. She's no longer the clean little girl hoping to meet her dog and her dad and starting this
Mm-hmm.
new life of freedom and happiness. It's all so misguided. It's how she's coping, right? It's how
Mm-hmm.
she's deluding herself that this is what she sees, so it's what the audience sees until the curtain falls. I think what breaks my heart most about that is not even the realization. Like, we knew Chappie
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there. It wasn't even that. It was her dad looking at her in such a state,
Mm-hmm.
because he acknowledges her, right? So he
Mm-hmm.
acknowledges her, like, Shizuka, what are you doing here? So he
Yeah.
knows this little girl.
Yeah.
It's the lie he continues to tell his family. And I know it's hard, and I do, but he doesn't have to be like, yeah, this is your sister. He doesn't have to say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think this little girl is lost. Why don't you come in? Let's get you something to eat. Like, it's so very, like, look, I'm not saying we need to invite all strange children into our house, because that can
Mm-hmm.
be extremely dangerous, but he knows her. He
Mm-hmm.
knows her and straight up turns his back on her again and leaves her to her own devices. Not even like, hey, let me put these kids in the other room. Let's call your mom. It's, well, not my problem. I'm gonna keep it pushing,
Mm-hmm.
like, before she came to my door. That fucking angers me. That angers me so much. That angers me so much. That it really fucking triggers it, really, because I've been in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in that situation where you see your parents' new family, and then you go home and you go, oh, our lights aren't on, but they have this fancy big house, they have all this, but my mom is struggling, and you acknowledge me as your kid, you know I'm your kid.
Mm-hmm.
That was so fucking true. Like, bro, you got it. Fuck. Like, oh god, if I can, like, get into my screen and punch this man in the dick, I so would have done it. True, hate I hate men like that. The bane of my existence. But no, it's really like if he hadn't acknowledged her, or just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, little raggedy kid, what are you doing here? Like, oh, let me call the police. There's a strange kid walking around. She really fucking dirty. Like, help her out. Like,
Yeah.
again, it's that, no, none of these adults are helping these kids out. None of these adults are helping these kids out at all, at all. And who knows? Maybe in the next episode we see that he called the police, but we're just going off of this episode.
Yeah.
He got her no help. He got her no help whatsoever, because he's got his new family. He no help.
Yeah.
So look, I'm like watching her crack again, realizing under the bridge there is no saving her mentally at this point, because as she was talking about cutting open the other kids, it's like, oh no, she's gone.
She is
She's
serial
completely dead
killer.
inside.
Yeah.
It's to me it's not, I didn't even like jump to that. It's like this girl is broken beyond repair at this point in the story, right?
Yeah.
I think she was kind of broken beyond repair before because of all the bullying and all the situation. Like it was like the killing of Marina was only a band-aid, but she's completely gone now.
Yeah.
She doesn't have Chappie. She doesn't have her mom. She doesn't have her dad. Now someone who saved her before is telling her to go, like you said, go home to what? To
Yeah.
where? And is like, who had to fix it all can no longer fix it. She's fucking gone.
Yeah.
She's gone. And if she does become that, like, look, I don't want those kids to die. Those, because again, those kids have
Yeah.
nothing to do with the parental situation. They will just be a
Product of.
byproduct.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Not repercussion and collateral damage
Yeah.
of the choices of the adults. Um, and it would be so crazy if the show pushes Marina, and I'm sorry, if the show pushes Suzuka into killing. But I'm also like, Marina was on the verge of killing Suzuka, so I'm not at all surprised if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just gonna break my heart even more. Like, fuck, if only someone helped the children, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Truly. Because this is one of those situations where you go, there were so many steps along the way that this could have been avoided. At least as an
Yeah.
audience member, right?
Yeah.
You're going, there's so many times this could have been avoided if the parents just took responsibility and accountability for their actions and accountability for their lives, didn't take it out on their children, and just helped their children. Truly. It's I feel a little insane because if she does become a murderer, I don't think I'm gonna hate her. I'm just
Mm.
gonna feel so sad for her.
Mm.
I don't think I'm even gonna be angry with her. It's gonna be like, fuck, that's crazy. That's truly insane.
Yeah.
I even think if Marina had killed Suzuka, it would have been like, fuck, that's insane.
Yeah.
But she
If
was
she,
gonna do it
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
She was
If she was
100%
on the
gonna do
verge
it.
of doing it,
Yeah.
and
Um.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is a lose situation right now,
And
and
I.
Takopi's involvement, it's not making it any
Yeah.
better.
It truly, and him going home, and again, it's all about learned behavior. I really love that you brought that back up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because how he treats his mother, and even his mother doesn't understand what is killing. Why are you being so rough with me, my son? What is going on? So, and in this case, it's not even the parents' fault. It's what their child, is learning out in the world from other kids, and then bringing that home to affect their family, which is
Yeah.
also a symptom of what happens out in the real world, right?
Yeah.
We know that influence can really dictate the development of a child,
Yeah.
right? The worry of you're running with the wrong crowd, or your friends are your who you think are your friends are treating you badly, how you're being bullied in school, that your life can be good at home, but outside it's not. So those pains, those pressures, those hurts, those aches, you take out on your family
Yeah.
in home. And it's really tough to watch, even though it also seems like, whatever Tapoki's mom was feeling, like, damn, if you obviously Topoki failed, right?
Yeah.
But she doesn't, they
Failed
don't
hard.
really, yeah, but I don't know if I still am not sure if the goal is maybe to change Marina into a happy end, and then like, oh, you came back without her, so that's how you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how
Yeah.
he failed. That's kind of what I was getting from this.
Yeah.
Um, Not that he wanted to kill Shizuka, because at the end she was just like, what does killing even mean? It's like, damn, you didn't bring back more people to become our people, like, you know what I mean?
To be happy.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah, to be happy, and so we have to start this all over. We need more people for our planet. I need that to be expanded on a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or yeah, like, yeah. And then just also the watching someone who is sunshine and lollipops keep trying to fix someone who is going through something instead of actually talking about the problem
Mm-hmm.
is also really painful and annoying to watch. Like, I like Takopi. I do. I understand his mission, but it is hard to watch people struggle and to have someone go, well, if we fix it, if we could just do this, but not actually talk about the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you brought up, oh, is he saying, wow, it's so lively here when Marina's mom was all up in her face?
Yeah.
It's that, no, that's not what's happening here. Like, and then to see all that, but the only outcome is like, I need to make her happy, not to really observe what's happening in the situation, is to remove the person who's that
Mm-hmm.
Marina's anger is misplaced towards. Not even like everyone, like the blaming of Shizuka, and I'm just like, Tapoki, her mom's right there. What do you mean? But then I also get like, because I guess Marina never um express like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck, I hate my mom, fuck, I wish she was gone, like, you know what I mean? It's
He
like,
doesn't even know his
but then
mom's actually dead because at this point, Tapoki, like the crazy part is Tapoki doesn't even know what kill means.
yeah.
That's the crazy part
Oh.
too. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill Shizuka. What does kill mean? How do you kill somebody? Um, like, cause if we like, I think that's the crazier part. So he's like, oh, we're gonna go back to fourth grade and we need a kill. And then like when his mom said, well, what does kill mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shit, yeah. Topaki at this point in time doesn't know what kill means. But he knows what dead means, and that's what we did
Mm-hmm.
learn in episode 1. So the fact that he knows what kill, he doesn't know what kill means, but know what dead means, already sets off alarms. Like, well, how are you going to execute this kill thing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna have to learn that from other people what kill means. And
Yeah. Yeah.
oh boy,
I the last thing I really want to
yeah,
really touch on is, I know people in our comments were like, well, Marina this and she's suffering that. Again, we can sympathize with Marina, and especially at this point, right?
mm-hmm.
Because she doesn't have a victim. She doesn't have Shizuka. But as this episode is stating and reconfirming and doubling down on, is Marina was still bullying Shizuka.
Yeah,
She was still making the active choice to go after this other child. She just
yeah,
didn't get her opportunity to kill Shizuka because there was no Topoki intervention, and because Shizuka had enough at one point that she tried to kill herself and then was sent away. Otherwise, Marina would have kept bullying her. If she even gets to the point of shit, we know again, Marina was gonna kill Shizuka because she said it over her mom's dead body. I should have killed her in the 4th grade.
yeah,
So I think what y'all need to really get in your brains is that they are both the victim. It does not excuse the actions that
for
they
either of them, yeah,
truly.
yeah. I'll say this as my last thing: the fact that there are real people who are like Topaki in this world, right?
Mm.
That'll preach some of the same exact things, and they want to cure the disease but never take care of the symptoms. Um, and it's like they only think about the cure, but don't think
Mm-hmm.
about like, all right, let's take care of any of the symptoms. Let's take care of all the other stuff that leads up to it. Everyone shoots to the final like outcome, but never wants to be there for the healing process itself, or
Mm-hmm.
present options that can, heal this or cure the issues, right? Like, it's always like, all right, well, we know what the goal is, but it's like we need to get from, I mean, we were talking about this off camera,
Mm-hmm.
like in writing, like, like getting from point, we know we could get the Z, but what about B through Y? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how are we accomplishing that? And there's a lot of people who are like Topaki that are like that. And it's like unknowingly gaslighting,
Mm-hmm.
these people as well. And Topaki is such a dangerous, you know, ally in that he is literally like the ops at the same time. And his juxtaposition to a lot of people in real life, especially like when I think about bullying victims and me myself who was bullied and whatnot, and I think about some of the other people who's like, yes, if you tell the teacher, or if you just do the XYZ, It'll get better. Oh, you did that? Well, then they're still doing it. Well, if you do this and that and what
There's
about I
no real
just
solution.
no
There's no
so
actual solutions to the problem. It's all just
yeah
band-aids.
yeah it's all band-aids. And then if I come up with a solution, so I'm about to like put them in the dirt, and you're like, oh, don't do that, because then you'll be no better than than the villains.
Oh damn!
I love
I
I
think
yeah
our commenters are
yeah
not as Topoki is, but you
yeah
guys are definitely
some of these
yeah.
guys, like when they were like, yeah, if you kill them, then there'll be another villain. You'll be no better than them. I was like, yeah, well, they'll be gone. They'll be in the dirt. It's like the people love bringing up villains, right?
Mhm.
And saying like, yeah, like in the heroes, like, don't do them. You're just gonna become another villain in the world, you know. But all right, well, there is technically one less villain in the world if me as a hero kills the villain. But I shouldn't
And
do
hey,
that.
and
Yeah.
hey, you know what could have avoided all this
Mm-hmm.
if you all just helped and took
Yeah.
responsibility and accountability and
Yeah.
actually fixed the problem instead of putting a band-aid over it.
Yeah. I think the world needs a movie titled Accountability, and see how many people watch the movie, and it's just nothing but situations where people are just not taking accountability at all. Like the whole cast,
Hmm.
it's like what, like I think it's the movie would be like the entire cast, right? Of guys and girls just come together, and it's just no one's taking accountability for anything, and you just see how shit just goes from, it just gets worse over and over and over, and then us as a movie goer, they're just like, oh my god, this is a train wreck.
Mm.
Like, and it's just like, because that's what this series is. It's like, you know, you start off with the adults not taking accountability for anything, and they're just like, yeah, fuck it, fuck you, fuck that. All right, well, we're divorced. All right, well, Shizuka, well, you know what, daughter of mine's, maybe you'll be fine. You know, this is adult stuff, you'll be fine. All right, mom, all right, dad, you guys pieced out. At least I got Chappie, right? All right, I'm going on my merry way. Oh, hey, Shizuka. I mean, Marina, what's up? I get punched in the face. Why I get punched in the face? Because your mom slept with my dad, and your mom stole my daddy away, and so
Mhm.
you're the problem. How is it my fault? I don't know, but the rules of the world says I need to take out my anger on somebody, and you're the closest person I can. Because if I could see your moms, I probably would swing on her. But the fact is, I can't see your moms because your mom's is with my dad, fucking off somewhere else, and now my mom is abusing me. So yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it really
it's
it
yeah.
look again. I have sympathy and I have empathy for Marina. Because as we see, even with the removal of Shizuka, and I think I said
Mm-hmm.
this before. So even though Shizuka isn't dead, she's removed from this situation.
Yeah.
Her outlet just changes, but she becomes more closed off. She becomes introverted. She is scarred. I think if she hadn't been scarred, if her mother hadn't cut her face,
Yeah.
I think she would have found another victim. But because she is now seen as damaged, and that is how people perceive her after that, it didn't give her an opportunity to find another victim. But it doesn't stop her parents' abuse of her.
Nah,
So
it doesn't
again,
stop.
I can sympathize and I can empathize with Marina's situation. But the show is doubling down and letting you guys know she would have killed Shizuka and she was still bullying her even without Tapoki being there.
Yeah.
And she would have kept doing it. And again, I'm telling you now, she would have kept doing it if her mother hadn't scarred her. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now.
If her mother
She
had
would have
scarred
just
and
found someone
Shizuka
else.
hadn't left, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If Shizuka hadn't left, if Shizuka came back to school, she would have kept bullying her. I'm telling you this right now
Yeah.
because of what the show is telling us. This is what the outcome would have been.
Yeah. And she ended up murdering someone. It just happens to be her mom's.
And in self-defense, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying she shouldn't have done that. I'm glad she killed that bitch because that bitch was a psycho. Fuck her mom.
Hey,
This
her
way,
mom
that
was
way,
about to
all
take her
right
out
and
permanent.
center.
Like, yeah.
Truly, her mom was about to kill her, so it was a killed or be killed. So I have no like. Look, I can even have a slight sympathy, understanding, and
Mm.
empathy for her mom, right? Because it does hurt when someone cheats on you. It does
Yeah.
hurt when someone blows up your life. It does not excuse her mother's actions towards Marina. It does not excuse her scarring her daughter. You guys have to think about it that way, right? You guys are so sympathetic. It's the learned behavior. It's the cycle of abuse and violence happening in this home.
Yeah, like I said, people want the majority of viewers and reactors to be on Marina's side, right? Because Marina is being abused, because Marina is having unfortunate circumstances happen to her, and people don't want anyone to be on Shizuka's side, or they want people to just, like, a lot of people want people to just have this objective take of like, damn, I feel bad for everybody, and that's it. That's where the buck stops, right? Like, I shouldn't condemn Marina for trying to, force Shizuka to commit suicide. I shouldn't, condemn Marina's mom because her dad, or because her husband cheated on her. I shouldn't condemn Shizuka's mom because she got divorced. I shouldn't condemn Shizuka's dad because he's out of, like, people don't want anybody to feel, like, to have any accountability in the comment section. That's what I'm getting at, right? And so when we feel strongly about characters and say that, we wish the worst for them, like for Marina, like how we were at episode 3 or episode 2 where she pieced out the first time around, and people had an issue with that, and if we bring it back around, like, yeah, like a lot of those people are those who obviously also read the manga, and they'll be like, your opinions are gonna change when you see what happens to Marina, and I'm just like, ain't shit changed. We keep the same energy.
It hasn't changed. Yeah, it's the same energy because Marina kept the same energy.
Like, and I mean, like, yeah, it's literally like the only way it would change is if we would have said that, all right, well, in this timeline, Marina didn't bully Shizuka, and that's what it was looking like until she said she killed her in the 4th grade. That legitimately, if Shizuka if they didn't say that, one, she tried to kill herself, and two, Marina was like, I should have killed her in the 4th grade, I would have been like, oh, okay. I feel bad in this timeline for Marina, because in this timeline that Takopi is fucking around with, then Marina is the true victim, or I guess you say the true, like, it's the victim Olympics out here, folks. So Marina would have been the truest victim, which she is in this particular timeline. But then you realize that, oh wait, she may be not the truest victim, because Shizuka tried to kill herself with a rope snap. Bro, you like, for a lot of people to hear that, like, and just think about back what happened to episode 1, to know the reason why Shizuka like actually died is because of Takopi to begin with. And Takopi, here's the craziest part, right? To bring us all together, Takopi achieved his goal of killing Shizuka in episode 1, right? But then realized that this is wrong, but forgot that this is the whole purpose of what he was there for, right? He unknowingly gave her the ribbon, which has, like I said, magical properties to make it, like, strong as fuck, and that ribbon was the creme de la creme, the icing on the cake to kill Shizuka. Takopi achieved his goal in episode 1, and we're just now finding this out. And he undoes this, and but here's the thing. He undoes this, but knowingly this is the goal that he was trying to accomplish. But when he first got to Earth, and then he forms,
and then it's because of his lost memories, he forms a relationship. But I also think, we bringing back episode 1, the reason why Shizuka kills herself is because Marina did something to Chappie and beat Shizuka the fuck up, and she was done. She had had enough.
Yeah, and
it tells you in episode 1. So wherever we're meeting Marina at is because of her actions in episode 1 that caused Shizuka to kill herself. The only difference is in this original timeline, Shizuka didn't succeed, got sent away. In the second timeline, Shizuka succeeds, but Takopi's like, damn, I'm sad. That's not what I wanted. He doesn't have memories of why he came back. Shizuka was nice to him. He's got like, he has affection for her, he cares about her, so he turns back time.
Yeah.
But Shizuka still would have died because that's what Marina's goal was.
Yep.
And again, that's not to say what's happening to her is right. It is wrong. It is so, so wrong.
Yeah.
It does not excuse her actions. It does not excuse her driving this other girl to suicide.
Nope. Oh, man.
And I want to say for like on Shizuka, what's happened to her, she's mentally broken, just as Marina is, but in a way that she can no longer conceptualize it's no longer about right and wrong. It's about real and fake, what's real and not real for Shizuka and her mental break.
Yeah.
And how she proceeds with Chappie's still alive, my dad's gonna love me, and you're gonna help me, right? So then we're bringing in the influence of her mother and how she interacts with Azuma. So, and then her thinking, deluding herself because no one is helping her. No one is there to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's ground the delusion so far into her brain that that's the only thing that's there. And when the delusion breaks, she breaks fully. The band-aid is ripped off. Do I want Shizuka to kill anyone? No. No. Can I see how we got here? Yes. They took this girl, warped this poor girl, abused this poor girl, neglected this poor girl, traumatized this poor girl, and it just happens more. It only just happens more. Yeah, this is wild. And I think a lot of you need to watch the series as a whole and really think about how you want Shizuka to be the perfect victim, and how you're trying to delude yourself into accepting abuse from others because because misery loves company and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You guys really need to think about that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Folks, final episode's out on Friday. We'll check it out when it drops. To me, this has been the anime of the year so far. Just for the conversations and like just what we have not talked about has just been, we lightly talked about what's like the animation, the OSTs.
Oh, aside from that, we also should say the animation at the beginning, how it looked, how clean and crisp it was.
Yeah.
To see the openness, how it felt like a brand new day, a new lease on life.
Mm-hmm.
You guys really conveyed that. The difference in look of the Happy Planet.
Yeah.
Truly outstanding emotional work, facials, colors, texture, sounds. Truly one of the best animes for that.
Yeah, this has been a crazy ride. And it ends officially on Friday. So we'll be there for the final episode, folks. And we'll catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, share. Hostess.